Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there. You think that maybe you are lazy. You think that you're a procrastinator. You think that you're not smart enough. You think that you don't have the network. You think you don't have the time. You think because you have kids, you can't do it. There is a story that you are telling yourself that has to change, because a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking until you replace it with a new thought. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I am currently at my workspace in Newport Beach. So if you hear, I don't know, maybe some random clinking of dishes in the background or a dog barking, that is because I am in a room in my workspace, but it's noisy. It's like there's energy here. There's people here. So welcome to the show and welcome to the workspace. I absolutely have been thriving working amongst the energy of people. And maybe that is your sign right now. If you're someone who's sitting at home, banging their head against the wall going, this is depressing. I don't like working alone like this all the time. Maybe switch it up. Go find an environment that serves you, that fuels you, that helps you just feel better about yourself and your day. So I wanted to take a minute to have you tap into some awareness. And I just got off of a podcast with Dr. Josh Axe, who is a really well-known, huge wellness personality. He's also created incredibly large companies that were making $100 million a year. He has had a lot of his products in stores, and he has been a trailblazer in the wellness space. And we actually ended up talking a ton about personal development, actually mostly all personal development. And he said some of the most successful people all have incredible awareness of who they are and what their weaknesses are, and of what they need to work on. And this made me really think of the reminder of what are the stories that we're telling ourselves right now? What are the things that are still holding you back that are in your awareness, or maybe they're not in your awareness yet, but we know that the more awareness you have, the more free you will feel and the more successful you will become. So the awareness of what is that limiting belief that you still have? What is that thing that you have on repeat, that thought that you have on repeat? And I have been listening to a lot of Gabby Bernstein lately, and she has been talking about the Abrahams because she loves to listen to them, all about manifesting. And they say a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. So what is that thing that you keep on thinking that you are making a belief that you believe to be true about yourself or about your life right now? There's probably a goal that you have that if you can't tap into this yet, let me help you tap into it real quick. I want you to think of a really big goal that you have or something that you would love to do, but you have put yourself on the bench, meaning you have taken yourself out of the game because of this one thing in your life. You think that maybe you are lazy. You think that you're a procrastinator. You think that you're not smart enough. You think that you don't have the network. You think you don't have the time. You think because you have kids, you can't do it. There is a story that you are telling yourself that has to change because a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking until you replace it with a new thought. And here's where most people go wrong. They think that if they just stop thinking it, it's going to go away. No, a thought never just stops. A thought needs to be replaced with another thought. So now your work is to find out what that thought is that needs to be replaced, write it down or say it out loud right now. And then I want you to replace it with a thought that would actually move you forward instead. So if it's, I can't lose weight because I'm lazy, or I can't get to the gym, or I'm not a fit person, or I make bad choices, when you hear that thought, you say, nope, I forgive this thought, and you replace it with a new thought. So no, I am a person who can make themselves go to the gym, even if it's for 10 minutes. I am a person who can start new things. I am a person who can follow through with one promise for themselves today, and this is the promise. Because right as I'm saying that, what's going to happen in your brain? You're going to go to a place where you start to think of how you can make that happen, where you start to think of how you can schedule that thing. And until we start to replace that thought, you're still going to take the same old actions if you have the old thought in your head and you haven't kicked it out of bed, right? You literally have to say, nope, I forgive this thought and replace it with the new thought. This may seem cheesy to you. This may seem corny to you, but I have done enough interviews now with enough successful people to know that this is exactly what they do. Maybe they say it in their own way, but this is exactly what you do. You actually have to replace that old identity with a new sentence, even if you don't believe it yet, that old belief with a new sentence. And what is the belief that you're holding about yourself and about the thing? Because there's the quote from Wayne Dyer, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So are you looking at something from the perspective of the old you instead of this new thought or the new you? Because the more that you look at it from your past, the more you're going to create more of what you had in the past. If you want to look at it in a new way and get the new actions that you should take, it's only going to work if you're looking at it from the new you, which is the one that holds this different belief, which is the one that holds a new belief. Because if a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking, then if you keep thinking this new thought, it becomes your belief. And we all know that beliefs make up our identity. And so what we believe is who we become. So it's simple. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it is simple. And I want you to look at that story that you're telling yourself right now and write down the new sentence right now and catch yourself whenever that happens today. And then try it again tomorrow. And then try it again next week. And then I promise you, if you try this again in 30 days, I guarantee that you will have introduced something new into your schedule that will actually move the needle. Because you will have been thinking from a person who's fit. You will have been thinking from a person who's resourceful. You will have been thinking and planning your schedule from a person who believes that they can rather than a person who already benches themselves. Because I will tell you what a person who is already on the bench does: nothing. They do nothing. They do more of what they've always done to get more of what they've always gotten. So you guys, it's just tricking the system. That's it. It's just manipulating the system. This is not some secret crazy thing. Someone does not have more energy than you. Someone does not have more motivation than you. They simply do this more frequently. That's it. They just know that their brain is one big made up mess by other people. And it's our job to unwind it and figure it out and figure out how to reprogram it with these new thoughts. That's all it is. And it starts really, really small and it takes a lot of time. But would you rather wake up in 10 years knowing that you did this and you got better? Or would you rather be in a worse place than you are today? Because those are the only two choices. There's no middle of the road anymore, you guys. That's one thing that I want to share with you. If you're in the middle of the road right now and you're like, I'll just keep going same old, same old. Doing same old doesn't make you better. It actually makes you worse. It gets more of what you have, which is probably not what you want. So in the end, you just have more things that you don't want that have accumulated through the years to equal a big pile of things you don't want. So it actually only gets worse. So I hope that that motivates you to say, why would I do exactly what I'm doing only to know it's going to get me more of what I don't want? Like, that is crazy people talk. That is crazy people talk. Like, you literally have to go and change the trajectory of your thoughts and replace them. So I need you today to come up with a replacement thought for your most consistent belief that is holding you back. You just start with one. You can just start with one. And when you catch it, nope. And you say, I forgive this thought, and you replace it. So you guys, something super exciting. If you've been following this podcast at all, I do have a really big ask. I'm like uncomfortable even asking it. But if you have gotten value from this podcast and you truly want to support a small business, a female-funded business, the mission of proving that together we can do anything if we support each other, especially monetarily, it would mean the world to me if you would go and purchase Glossy. Because I really believe that this simple daily ritual is going to not only make you feel better, but it's going to be a small moment of your day that's going to remind you that you're worth it, that you should take care of yourself. That amongst a busy, chaotic day, you can still take 1 second to go and drink your water and do something that not only gives you incredible glowing skin, but makes you feel better. And we all know that hydration is huge for mood. It's huge for preventing headaches. It's huge for just feeling less lethargic. It's huge for helping us process our food even more and be able to absorb all of our nutrients. It's great for your gut, you guys. If you do one thing for yourself today, do this. It would mean the world to me. And tell me if you did it so I can shout you out, so I can ask you about feedback, so we can chat, we can do all the things. All right, so that is at getglossy.com. If you go to getglossy, GLOCI.com, you can go and purchase the product there. I'm so grateful for you guys. And until next time, everyone, earn your happy. Bye-bye. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.